Hello everybody, welcome today, and today we're going to do something on this elm. It's a European elm. I wanted to make a broom of it, and well, it had a branch here, and well, there's a series on this tree, but as you see, some things went terribly wrong again due to the hot summers we had, and I didn't touch the tree at all because well, I didn't want to disturb the roots, and so of course this means that this is really in a quite bad shape, and that I'm going to try to repot this tree now, which is well, necessary. And we have a lot of leaves and buds that are still growing, so that's okay. As long as the tree is alive, we can do something. This tree has a nice little root base which we will uncover, and well, let's get him out of the pot, clean up the root ball, and see what we can do to make this thing look like a beautiful bonsai again. So it's quite easy to remove the tree. You see, this is a very shallow pot. It's a nice little pot, but yeah, you have to keep the moisture under control. That's why I want to plant him in this pot, which is well, almost the same size, you see, but a whole lot deeper, and I want the tree to recover, so that's what I'm going to do. Such a shame to remove this flower, but I have an idea. I'm not killing flowers. So I'm going to get rid of, I think, all the soil. I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought I would have a whole lot more roots, which is again a sign that the tree had some difficulties. So there's a whole lot of cleanup to do here. Just raking out the roots, and then I will give them a wash. I think I have to bare root this because there is really too much weeds growing in it. So I must get rid of them. So I'll clean this up, and I'll be back in a few seconds. This tree is an air layer, and most of the air layers always have nice root spreads, and this is no different. So this is one of the best features on this tree. So the best features you want to show off with them. So it's combing out these roots and get them in a nice radial pattern that matters here now. Oh, have some dead roots here, which of course can be solved in a way by cutting back the other roots. So the tree might think that it is a good idea to sprout some new roots from the trunk, and these little white tips you see here are just roots of weeds, and there were quite a lot. But it's an elm, so elms, they do, well, they form roots quite easily. So you see where we have a lack of roots, it is possible to get one that is healthy, and so the root spread can be improved. So I'm just gonna round this so the roots are equal in length and the roots will start to grow back. Like so. I don't think I have to do more than this. It's a fairly acceptable root base, no doubt. So the new pot is this one. So a little love of drainage. I'd like to see some of the roots. So I really have to, well, put quite a lot of soil in it. To compress it a little. But I'm mounting it up. Like so. This is not bad. This is not bad. Right next to you now to see what I can do to have the best view on this tree, because, well, it's going to be in this spot for a year or two, so at least. So it's important. It's leaning a little bit that way, that's good. I cannot take this as a front. The roots are not okay at the back, at this spot here, and we have this ugly scar. So I think the best thing is to take this as a front. You don't see the scar that much, and we have some movement, and this is a very good root base. I hope you will agree. I have a dead root here, which I get rid of. So that's a good root spread. Maybe I can get this. Oh, this is a dead root too. Maybe I can get this root a little bit more to this side, and this one a little more to this side. And of course, when I'm putting soil in, I'm going to open them up as much as possible to improve the radial root base. I'm going to lower the camera now a little. See, if I tilt the pot, you still can see the root base, which is of course something we want to see on this tree, because it looks quite nice. So it's just a matter of filling it up with soil now. Maybe I can just not put it in the center. Wait a minute. How about? Well, it has this movement like that, so it might be nice to have it a little more on this side, to have a little more movement. So I think I'm going to do that, just slightly, and cover this up with nice substrate, and keeping in mind that the root spread I create today will be of extreme importance in the coming years. So opening up everything, try to make it as good as possible regarding the root spread. Avoid crossing roots, because every time you repot the tree, the roots will become thicker, and it's going to be a whole lot more of a problem to rearrange them. So it's now that I have to do that. A few years ago I bought this little accent pot. It's basically a ceramic tube, which looks a bit like a piece of wood, and I thought it was very nice. And Now I have this little flower that I removed from the tree. I'm going to get rid of some not too beautiful leaves here. And I'm going to try to put it in this. Like so. I think it's gonna work. And I think it's absolutely nice. So of course there are 2 holes here, and therefore I have some pieces of moss that I'm going to try to press in this one here. This is too big, and another one here. Still too big. I'm gonna take the small one. That's too small. Okay, like so. Of course this will start to grow in every direction now. So how about that? That's a nice little accent plant. I love that. Really cute. So the little elm tree has been watered a few times now, and every time I water it, the soil seems to get deeper and deeper, and I'll have to redo some parts, but of course that's very good because it means that the soil is filling up all the little holes. But I wanted to show you this real quick, because now we still have a good view on the root base. So I'll just have to continue filling this up with substrate, which means that I am not going to moss this tree now, because I will do that when I'm sure that all the soil is nicely in position, and it can take a few days of watering, which of course does not matter, because mossing a tree is something you can do any time of the year. And as long as you keep the roots covered in the first weeks, there will be no harm done. So I'm gonna water this tree again and again until all the little holes are filled. So to finish this video, I'll give you a idyllic photograph of a little elm tree that is not going to be cut back a lot this year, because I want it to grow and become stronger and have buds all over the place. So well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.